Hi everybody, today I'll be showing a demo of my web app. Decided to create a weather app, which pretty much this app, what it does is you input a city that you live in or wherever you'd like to see the weather at, and then it displays what that weather is, the temperature, and what that temperature feels like. So let me just show you it so you can see. I run Flask run. And I open this so you can see. Okay, awesome. So you can input any city, click submit, and then it shows you the temperature and what it feels like. If I wanted to put another one, say Dallas, then it shows you the temperature of Dallas, Las Vegas, wherever you'd like to know the temperature of. So yeah, this is my weather app. I created 2 web pages. So this is like the home web page, and then whenever you submit, it goes into the weather results page. And yeah, so looking at the code, start off here by importing Flask. This is necessary in order to use Flask. Flask is it's a little simpler than Django. It's another language that you could use to create web apps. So I decided to learn it because I thought it was pretty cool. So these app.routes pretty much are creating these web pages, or like the URL, towards the end of the URL. It's pretty much routing towards that web page. And so here I rendered the weather.html, which I actually created here, the .html file. I got the title, created h1 tag, and in here I created pretty much the input and the button that they can submit. And here I use some Jinja too, which is another language that the creator of Flask made as well, so it makes it easier to connect Python and HTML and stuff. Makes it easier to connect that stuff. And so I pretty much, this is what it's saying is just you enter a city, they enter a city, and when they click submit, you get this method, which is post, which is going to then send you to this page, which is the weather results whenever post happens. And so this goes through a function that I named the results. And so here I set some variables. City, what city's doing is just getting the input that the user put here. I created a name here called city name, so whatever they enter in the city, that is just going to come back and be placed in this variable. And then API key, I created this variable, set it to the function that I created to get an API. I found an API on Open Weather App website. I created an account and I was able to fetch an API. I learned about this config.ini, which you could just put your API in and you can call it over here in a function, which is pretty neat. Keeps the code nice and neat and not messy. And then weather data, I called my get weather function, which takes a city name and an API key. Here's what an API looks like from the website, and I did .format so that I can insert the city name and my API key right here. As you can tell, then you just request it, which is built in this request. And then you return in JSON, so you can read it in JSON. So yeah, so this is my results HTML. It's displaying the city, the temperature, and what it feels like. And here I create some variables, and these double brackets are like the syntax of Jinja too. So that's the other language, and so this just gets called over here when I call the results.html. I also set all those variables to equal these, and these are pretty much fetching the data that's found in those that JSON I can show you real quick. So this is what the API looks like. This is just showing London, but say if they were to search Rexburg, let me just change it real quick here on the URL. Rexburg, this is what this API looks like that I got. And so I pretty much just had to fetch like certain things like main, then temp, and then main and feels like, and then I got the name, got the country. There's a lot of things that you can do, and so I just decided to do those to fetch that information, and I put them in these variables, and then I made them equal to the variables that were here to put it in. And that's what's so neat about Jinja too. You can convert that Python into like a string into like HTML and stuff. So it's pretty nice. And so yeah, that's my app. Thank you for watching.